Hey bosses, this is Johnny. I'm in Chiang Mai. Happy December. This is this month's income, travel, expenses, whatever you want to call it, update and report for the month. And this is going to be the most transparent I've ever been. So hope you're excited for it. This month, I was in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and it's been a great month. I actually started in Bangkok just for a day, visiting my cousin. He happened to be in town on vacation, and November has been an amazing month, both kind of, I don't want to say travel because I didn't leave Chiang Mai, but doing cool stuff in Chiang Mai because it was Loy Krathong. If you've seen these beautiful lanterns, this is at the annual Loy Krathong festival every November in Chiang Mai. I highly encourage everyone to attend one because it's such a beautiful night. I think you would really, really like it, and it's just a magical place to be. This month, I also went and did a bunch of cool stuff. I went fishing with some friends. Shout out to Austin and Ashley, who I met here in Chiang Mai. And funny story about them is they spent the last 4 years in Tanzania living the nomad lifestyle until they realized Chiang Mai is way better. It's cheaper, way better community, better standard of living. Everything's better. So we went fishing. We did some catch and release of these giant Mekong catfish. It was super fun. And if you want to do it, I have a blog post on johnnyfd.com about all my favorite things to do in Chiang Mai, including this. Another cool thing I did was I spent the weekend at basically just different 5-star resorts, but I didn't stay there. I would just go for the day and just enjoy the pool, have a coconut frappuccino. We had just like a great time. And I was sitting next to someone with this couple that was retired. They're 67 and they just stopped working. Well, actually the woman is still working because she's only 64 and he stopped working. And they're just talking about how great this resort is, how nice it is. And it is, it's so beautiful. But I felt so bad that they had to go back to their normal life and they had to wait until they're 65 or 66 to be able to do this. We can enjoy this now. So I want to give a shout out to the FIRE community, which stands for Financial Independence Retire Early, because these people really just understand how important it is to have financial independence early so we can start enjoying these things now. And it's not as hard as we think. And a big part of it is just cutting the cost of living. And what's really cool is by being a digital nomad, living in a place like Chiang Mai, Thailand, where things are just naturally cheaper, a lot of the expenses get cut just automatically. The tax savings are pretty much automatic, as long as you have a decent accountant that understands all the tax breaks of not being in the US full time. And our expenses are way lower as well. Everything costs so much less. So I actually did a really detailed breakdown of all my expenses for the month. Some things are not necessary to live, but are things that I enjoy doing, like flying to Bangkok to see my cousin, or taking Ubers and Grabs. They're called Grabs here. Having 100 megabytes up and down and 40 down. 100 megabytes up, down, and 40 megabytes up. I need to fix that in the report. But having just super fast internet, having Netflix, and having a great gym membership at a really nice gym. These are things that you can live without, but they're really, really nice. To have a really high quality of life. Even my apartment in Chiang Mai, if you've seen the video for that, it's way nicer than it needs to be. It's a proper 1-bedroom. It's bigger than most people's apartments. I have a gym. I have a doorman. It's just a really nice place. And it's not necessary to spend that much, but it makes me so comfortable. So I really enjoy it. And it's still less than half of what I would pay for a much crappier place back home. So it's a great value for me. Other things that I don't need to spend money on, but I do, is I give my parents $1,000 a month to help with their retirement because, unfortunately, they weren't able to save as much as I did because they, were immigrants to the U.S. My mom worked as a waitress. My dad worked at a shipping warehouse. So it was really, really just difficult for them to even be able to retire. And if it wasn't for me giving my parents money every month, my mom would still be working today. And that's why I give her $1,000 a month, just to help with her retirement. Also, the other thing that I don't necessarily need to do, but I am glad I'm in a position where I can do it for them, is I pay their property taxes every year. I am so grateful that they bought their house in like 1986 and the property taxes haven't gone up by that much. And also it's not, as high as as a lot of people as it could be, but it's still really hard for them to come up with $3,000, $4,000, a year to pay for property taxes. So I'm really grateful that every year I'm able to pay for their property taxes, kind of as a gift, as a thank you for them raising me, for sorry for me being such a bad kid and getting in trouble all the time, but as a way to show them that I love them. And it does hurt my own financial portfolio, my own plans, because I can use that money for something else. I can go buy the latest MacBook Pro, the iPhone XS R211. I don't even know what they're up at. Instead of having an iPhone 7 Plus, which I'm still rocking today, and my 2013 MacBook Air, but it works. I love it, and I'm able to do something that, to me, matters a lot more than having the latest phone or the latest computer, having expensive clothes, or, even, and this is the hard part, is even, sacrificing a bit for my own financial future, because I would much rather be able to put the $15,000 a year I'm giving them, into an index fund for an investment to make my own, net worth go up. But this is my choice, and I love being in this position where we can do that, because I realized, I can always make more money, but it's hard for them to do. So here's a breakdown of every single thing I spent money on this month. Some of it is a little bit estimated, like food and drinks, because I really hate just calculating every day. I think that would drive me nuts if every meal I had to write it down on an app. But I kind of just estimate it. And the miscellaneous spending is things like going and spending, $21 for a coconut frappuccino at a 5-star resort, and then treating, other people out to dinner sometimes. Just doing things that aren't necessary to do, but I just enjoy doing it because I can, and because I think that life is more important than just ourselves and saving as much money as we can. I think, money should be spent, not on stupid frivolous things, but things that make each other happy. So in total, even with all that, I still spend less than $1,200 a month. So this month was $1,176, but in reality, if I get rid of some of the frivolous things, my actual base spend is about $900 a month, which is insane because I live a great life here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and it could be even cheaper if I signed a year lease on my condo, which I don't, or I signed a year lease on my phone and things like that. But everything's month to month. There's no commitment. It's super easy. I take, taxis all the time. I eat out basically 21 meals a week, and I have a maid come clean my place. So these are things I don't need to spend money on, but I do, and makes my life way better, and I highly recommend it. And even after paying my parents' property tax this month and giving them money and then making donations, I still had $2,000 left over to invest. And what's really cool about that is this is helping me reach my financial independence goals. So if you have enough money in the bank that's earning you money, that allows you to never work again. And that is the goal I think everyone should have. So how did I actually earn this money? There's a ton of different passive income streams and active income streams that I've created. And a lot of things I created years ago. I mean, if you guys have been following this blog since 2013, what I basically did was every 3 to 6 months, I would create a new income stream, try it out, optimize it, and then I'll take a 3-month break and do something else. And a lot of those things are still making me money. Things that I literally did in 2015 or 2014 are still earning me money every single month now. A lot of them make a lot less money now, but they still earn money, and they've been earning money for 3-4 years, which is amazing. And a big part of that, one of the examples would be my Amazon Associates account. So with Amazon Associates, I don't make that much money from it right now, and actually I'll scroll down so you guys can take a look. But if you look at the things that are actually making money, like my Audio-Technica microphones, my kind of Samsung Go mic, the one that I also reviewed, these are things that I wrote about 3 years ago when I did a side-by-side comparison of all the mics when I was shopping for it myself. And the fact that it still earned me $20, $60 a month, it's amazing. So I'm really, really happy about that. I also have my other campaigns that make a lot more money. I teach all that actually inside my course, Income Boss. And because it was Black Friday, I decided to have a once-a-year kind of crazy Black Friday sale. So we got a bunch of signups for that. And I think we got 6 signups or 5 or 6 signups. I don't remember. But you can take a look here at the dashboard for that. And this is something I normally don't kind of share, but this is my personal spreadsheet of all my income from every single source and how much I made month by month. So this is everything that I made. This is my personal like spreadsheet. So this is exactly what I see. And you can see the breakdown. You know, I have book sales, Udemy courses, dropshipping stores, investments, my YouTube ads, my affiliate income, my courses from seminars, from coaching, doing the conference, ads for the podcast, and then other kind of random things that come here and there. And it's been really nice. I mean, you know, this month I made a bit over $7,000 in total net profit. And I guess if it wasn't for paying my parents' property tax, it would have been a really strong month. But I'm glad I was able to do that. And I wish everyone can be in the same position as well. So if I want to take a look kind of more deeply into what I make money from, like even book sales come from all these different countries. So I have 2 books. 12 Weeks in Thailand, which is about me starting the journey, living cheaply for the first 4 months, pursuing my passions of Muay Thai and scuba diving, as well as just honestly just having the time of my life. I was young, I was chasing women, I was drinking, I was partying, I was doing Muay Thai, I was literally competitively fighting, I was scuba diving. It was a blast. I loved it. And I'm so glad I wrote that book because I don't want to do any of that anymore. I mean, honestly, the idea of even staying up past midnight to party is just, I don't want to do it anymore. But I'm so glad I did it because it was so fun at the time. And same thing with Muay Thai. I never want to step in the ring and like fight someone to the death again and get elbowed in the face and just box someone. But I'm so glad I did it. And I'm so glad that book is there because it not only just kind of just encapsulates those 4 years so for me to share with you, but also if you are starting your journey and you're in your 20s and you're like, yeah, that sounds badass, I want to do that. I want you to read that book and then do that until you're tired of it and then move on to the next one. The next book is called Life Changes Quick. That's when I turned, you know, I was in my 30s and I turned 30 and then I wanted to set some bigger goals, make some more money, get in shape, you know, actually fall in love and find like real relationships instead of just partying. So those are my 2 books. I'm really glad they're out there. They don't make a ton of money, but they still make, you know, $90 a month right now with no kind of marketing. You can find both of them on Amazon. And they sell in the US. This month it's sold in the UK. It's sold in Germany, in France, in Italy, in Canada. It's pretty cool. You know, it's pretty cool that people all around the world are reading my book. This YouTube channel makes me money too. Not necessarily these videos that much, but I have a lot of videos, especially the review videos and comparison videos that I've made on my channel. Some of the travel videos as well. And this month I made $176 from it. Very happy for something I want to do anyways. My Udemy courses didn't make a ton of money this month, but if you notice in the center, it says 0 promotion activity. And what that means is I didn't do any promotion. It was all from Udemy, either people finding it organically on Udemy or them spending money on ads or affiliates promoting my course. So I'm really, really happy that I've been able to sell, you know, all 5 of my courses. And you notice it's kind of even, but all 5 of my courses people are buying. You can look for them on Udemy, just look for Johnny FD. But one is Dropship Lab, which isn't for beginners. It's really for people who already have a store and you want to figure out how to get from $2,000-$3,000 a month to $10K a month. Small Talk Networking, which is a course I made with my ex-girlfriend about how to talk to people and how to, you know, overcome shyness, how to, you know, approach people. And it's been really, really helpful for a lot of people, and that's why it still sells so well. And then I have a course on blogging, which is kind of like a mini version of Income Boss. It's kind of just a starter version. I have just a couple other courses on this. You can check them out. There's 5 in total. And I have all my investment income. So I'm a big, big fan of true passive income, which really only comes from your money making you money. If you are involved and you are trading your time for money, it's not true passive income. Even though we like to think some things are at least semi-passive income because we can make it while we're sleeping. If we have to wake up and fulfill that order or do this customer service, it's not really true passive income, but finance things are. So I'm really happy I earn interest from giving peer-to-peer loans that are real estate backed through Peer Street. You can listen to the Invest Like a Boss podcast kind of for more information on all these. I have a Yield Street account as well. And I have a lot of money in index funds. The way I got this money was I built and I sold 4 dropshipping stores these last 5 years. And with that money, which was roughly about $173,000 from building and running those stores, I invested 100% of it into low-cost index funds through Vanguard, and that has given me an average of 7.9% in returns. But it goes up and down, so I actually don't count this money in my monthly income reports, even though some months, like this month, I technically grew my income by $4,000 or grew my net worth by $4,000. But if you also look, there was a really bad, October, a really bad September. So even though overall it's up a lot, I don't count it every month. I just count it if I actually bought or sold something. So that is just there. And what's really cool is this little employee that I bought for $173,000 has now earned me $43,000. So that is true passive income. You can learn more about that if you listen to Invest Like a Boss, which is the podcast I do with Sam. So speaking of dropshipping, I miss having stores because they're fun to do. They make money. They give me a lot of perks, like being able to fly business class with reward miles. It's just fun, and you make money per month with the profit you make every month. But also, you can sell the store for a big windfall, and then you can invest that money. So really, it's like a win-win-win-win situation. So what I did was I started another dropshipping partner program. So instead of starting the store, like one store on my own, what I've done is I've basically put out there, whoever wants to start a store with me, you can apply for it. I put this out about 6 weeks ago, and we moved really fast. I'm sorry if some people wanted to do it and you just like, Johnny, I can't come out to Thailand in 3 weeks and stay for 2 months. I'm sorry. That's just the way kind of things work out sometimes. I'm just like quick, but like, all right, I want people who are hustling. I want people who are excited, and I want people who can just drop everything and come. I understand that's not everyone. So, we had maybe 20 applicants that, and I only chose 7 because I really needed people who can work fast, who, were either already part of Anton's course and had some, some training already, or has just was really, really quick so we can get things going, because I knew we didn't have that much time this year. Maybe in the future I can give people a little bit more notice, but it's worked out, to be honest. We had 7 people show up within 3 weeks, and we started already. And within the last 3 weeks we've been running this, we have 7 stores up. We have niches selected. We have everything researched. We have suppliers for all 7 stores. And I think we might even made our first sale today. So I'm really excited. And these are some of the partners. I think 2 of them couldn't make it out to the afternoon tea because they actually had stuff to do. But here's the rest of the crew. We were at this beautiful 5-star resort, and we had afternoon tea with amazing cakes and scones. And then we played some croquet. I don't even know what you call this, but it's like polo kind of game afterwards. And it was really, really fun. So that was it. That was my November. It is December now. There's lots happening. My goals for the month is continue going to the gym so I can just stay kind of focused on my health. Enjoy December because it's a beautiful Christmas month. I'm going scuba diving for a pretty long time. I think a 12-day liveaboard in the Maldives right before Christmas. I'll tell you more about that later. And I am organizing the Nomad Summit. So that is January 19th through the 21st, 2019. So in about a month and a half. So I have a lot to do. I think we've got all but one of the speakers, but I have a bunch of applicants. I got to go through them. I got to make sure we announce everybody, and then we can start marketing the tickets really hard. So if you want to come, you want to meet all the nomads, all the speakers, kind of all the people who are crushing it and doing what you want to do, come out to the Nomad Summit. Come out to Chiang Mai, January 19th. Get tickets at nomadsummit.com, and you'll meet, 3, 4, maybe even 500 other people doing the same thing. It really is the best way to get started. It's the best way to level up. So even if you are already running a business, even if you are already saving money, even if you're already kind of focused on these things, I guarantee by being around hundreds of other like-minded people, you're going to make such good connections. And the people who come to these events, they don't always post online. They're not the ones that are hanging out in Facebook groups, on Reddit, or on forums. These are people who are serious about growing their businesses and they love coming once a year to meet other people who are also serious, people who are willing to spend the money to come to an event, willing to take out 3 days of their life to meet others, to learn, to grow, to level up. So I hope to see you at the Nomad Summit. I hope to see you in Chiang Mai. And I will see you somewhere in the world. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe for updates. Check out my other videos as well. And see you around. Bye-bye.